I used to exclusively identify as someone who only wanted to be with cis females, and I've, as of recently, been exploring that a little bit more.
It is what it is. I like who I like. I guess that kind of falls under pansexual, but just kind of no labels.
My gender identity is agender, always subject to change. Just genderless or gender irrelevant.
I hook up with cis men, but I don't fall in love with them. So then I'm like kind of gay in the sheets, but then I fall in love with women and other trans people, which really makes me feel more like a lesbian than anything, because I was a lesbian, and that's like kind of my memory of like what love is like is through that. But then I'm not either of those things.
I am attracted to women. I don't tend to tell people that I'm a lesbian, because that could lead to a lot of explaining or debating, which I don't care to do, and the debate doesn't change whom I'm attracted to anyway.
So the way that I say queer is like anything goes. I think gender is the same way. You can be whatever you want to be, and we weren't really meant to have these specific roles, because ultimately I think we're all just souls in a body. Even if I say I'm agender, or if I say that I'm queer, even those labels, like, I'm more than ready to give them up for just having the human experience, which is completely full of possibilities and limitless.
Being from a small town, the gender roles were very strict, and so if you were attracted to butch people, a butch woman, as I was, then I had to be really femme. So I had to fit that gender role, the expression. But that didn't fit me. So I went through this long period of feeling like in order to be attractive to the people that I was attracted to, I had to change myself. That didn't work out very well, and I was very unhappy.
My gender identity is non-binary, trans. I kind of stay away from the trans man identity because it doesn't quite fit how I identify, but transgender and non-binary fit my identity as like a whole, if we're gonna use like those labels.
I was really scared to date queer women for a long time. I kept repeatedly dating straight women and showing up to the first date dressed masculinely, coming out to them, hoping that they were accepting, and then if they were, slowly showing them my true self and trying to create a relationship with them that way. And that did not work well. Like, even just saying it out loud now, it's so ridiculous. I can't believe I did that.
The good news is that most people, when they meet me, they think if they don't know I'm trans, then they think that I'm probably gay. And so they assume that my partner is trans if I talk about her as she. So whatever, I don't care.
My experience as a cross-dresser was, I think, fairly typical of cross-dressers and transgender people, in that I've always felt that there's something wrong about it. Specifically, I felt that I was doing something deviant. And in some way of thinking, I guess it was. When I came to the realization that I am transgender, that somehow just disappeared, and that now presenting as a woman seemed just the most natural thing, and that there's nothing weird or unusual about it. So I guess the biggest difference for me between my cross-dressing phase and my now is a shift in perspective, that this is completely how it's supposed to be. I don't want to say this is completely normal, because that's relative, but it definitely feels, this feels like how it should be.